Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on Morgan County's B106, b106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tonight from Fort Morgan High School, Stan Lampe Gymnasium, it is a Longs Peak League battle between the Niwot Cougars and the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Good evening, everyone. Brian Nickel along with Corey Riddle. Hello. And we will get the starting lineups here. Mustangs starting lineup is brought to you by B&B Appliance. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. You have exactly what you need and service it too. So starting is going to be sophomore Shailene Ramirez along with Bella Phillips. Morelli Del Campo, a senior for the Mustangs. And Yadira Longoria Vega, also a senior. She's a starter tonight. And then I believe that is going to be Ivana Ordaz, also a senior for your Fort Morgan Mustangs. The Mustangs come in, unfortunately, at 0-21 overall and 0-16 in league. Niwot comes in 3-17 overall, 3-13 in league. In the first game earlier in the season, Niwot won it by a score of 53-23. Ivana Ordaz had 6 points in that game. Pacheco and Alvarez, Pacheco with 18 and Alvarez with 10 for the Niwot Cougars. So jumping here tonight for the Lady Mustangs will be Bella Phillips, and she will be going up against Molly Slupik for the Niwot Cougars. And it is going to be controlled by the Cougars into the hands of Rose Pacheco. Mustangs in a man-to-man defense. As Niwot works the outer edge at the moment. Evelyn Mellis also into the game for the Niwot Cougars, as is Molly Slupik. And we have a number 33. I did not get that 33. Who's changed numbers here already, but the shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ivana Ordaz. So the Mustangs in control on their offensive end. And a foul is going to be committed out front. And I believe that's going to be on Chloe Mitchell, number 11. That will be her first, team first. 33 is going to be Tiffany Yee. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Slupik. All the way down court is going to be Rose Pacheco. She's going to back it out over on the near side now to Yee. Back up to Pacheco at the top. Slupik now to Yee at the baseline. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ordaz. Mustangs on their second possession. Over on the far corner to Del Campo. Ball underneath. Del Campo's shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Del Campo. Gets her own rebound. Needs to get it off, and she does. That three is going to be up and short by Ramirez. Now Tiffany Yee into the front court. Over on the near side now to Mellis. Underneath, going to be stolen away by the Mustangs. As Ordaz into the front court. Almost 2 minutes gone by here, and a foul is going to be called on Niwot. And that will be against Rose Pacheco, her first, team second. As the Mustangs will now inbounds in front of the scorer's table here. So into the game is Kiera Alleman. Longoria Vega will take a seat. And they do get it into Shailene Ramirez. Into the front court, man-to-man defense, and a reach foul is going to be called on Niwot. And that will be on Rose Pacheco. That will be her second. Team third. Pacheco averaging 7.8 points a game. In the first game they played, she had 18 points. Shailene Ramirez Well, they're going to call an offensive foul. You got to come set before you on that screen, and she just jumped right into her, and that's going to be on Ivana Ordaz. Her first, team first. As the Cougars face looks like a 2-3 zone defense. Now taken away by Del Campo. Del Campo is going to run it all the way down. Her shot's going to be up and no good. Couldn't get it to go. And that is going to be Chloe Mitchell with her rebound. Now into the game is Ella Zeckman, along with Chloe Mitchell. And that three is going to be up and no good by Zeckman. Rebounded by Ordaz all the way down. She's going to pull it up, and the ball's going to be tipped away, but Del Campo recovers it in the left corner. Ordaz now off to Ramirez. Ramirez going to drive it in, kicks it off to Del Campo. Del Campo hits the top of the backboard, no good. Gets it into the hands of Yee as she gets up into the front court. Yee is going to drop it off out front, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Bella Phillips. Nice strong rebound there by Phillips. She gets it into the hands of Ordaz. No score here with 4:40 left here in the first period. Mustangs did lose the first game 53-23 earlier on in the year. Turnover Mustangs. That's just their first. So
that's their first turnover with Niwot sitting at 2. So Mustangs doing a good job right now.
Going to have full court pressure, but they get it into Yee. She gets behind the defense. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be off of Ordaz and out of bounds. So Niwot will retain possession. As they will inbounds left baseline of their basket. It'll be Mellis to get it into Yee. Yee with a three. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded, by Alleman of the Mustangs. Now Longoria Vega hands it off to Ordaz. Ordaz picks up her dribble. Back to Vega out front. Going to dribble it in, backs it out past the three-point line. Keeps that dribble alive. Now to Ordaz on the right wing. 4 minutes to go, no score. Ball is going to be tipped away, turnover Fort Morgan. Tiffany Yee in control over on the far side to Mitchell, Chloe Mitchell. Now going to line up for a three, and that is going to be up and good. Chloe Mitchell with the first points of the game, and that goes to Niwot up 3-0. Full court pressure here by Niwot. 3.5 to go first period, 3-0. Now that pass is going to be knocked away, but retained by the Mustangs. Get it into that pass. Goes awry underneath, so 3 turnovers now for the Lady Mustangs. It will be Haiti Adams that will come in for Chloe Mitchell. As the Mustangs will put on full court pressure here. You just can't let anybody get behind them, but that didn't cost them the last time. She'll be Evelyn Mellis. The inbounds, knocked out of bounds by Shailene Ramirez. Ordaz guarding the baseline as they get it in to Slupik. That's a travel. Yeah, they called it, and that is going to be on Haiti Adams. So 3 turnovers apiece here on these teams. Cougars are up 3-0, 3:18 to go here, first period. Ordaz gets it in to Alleman. Her pass goes awry, but the Mustangs continue with possession. Ordaz pass underneath. That's going to be off of Niwot and out of bounds. So the Mustangs will inbounds left baseline of their basket, down 3-0, 3:09 to go. And into the game will be Peyton Rhodes, as she will replace Evelyn Mellis for the Cougars. Ordaz to inbounds left baseline. And get it into Ramirez. Shot is going to be up and good. Shailene Ramirez off the backboard. 3-2 Cougars. 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Now on the near side to Rhodes. Ball's going to be tipped back to Rhodes. Rhodes' shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded, taken away by Ordaz. Nice job by the Mustangs here so far. Ordaz is going to travel as she tries to come to a stop. So Del Campo back into the game for Ramirez. Full court pressure still by the Mustangs as they get it into Adams. Ball is going to be tipped away, taken by the Mustangs. Del Campo loses it and goes out of bounds. Turnover number 5 for the Mustangs as the Cougars will take possession on the far side. Now into Slupik. Slupik off now to Rhodes. Rhodes' shot is going to be up and good, and then she was fouled, so she'll go to the... And that foul will go on Bella Phillips. That will be her first. So Peyton Rhodes with the bucket, and she will go to the line to shoot one. 2:24 to go here in the first period. 5-2. We'll see if she makes it 6. Up and good. So Abby Arroyo will come into the game along with Rachel Daniels for the Mustangs. Get it into Del Campo. Del Campo into the front court. Driving it down for the layup. Layup's going to be up and good. Morelli Del Campo with a bucket. Mustangs down 2, 6-4 with 2:10 to go here, first period. On the near side to Rhodes. Picks up her dribble out front to Zekman. Still a 2-3 zone defense by the Mustangs. Mellis layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded. Nice job there by Abby Arroyo to cause that tie-up. So that will be Fort Morgan basketball. So we'll give that as a turnover to the Cougars with 1:55 to go. Bella Phillips with it in the far corner in the back court. Rachel Daniels is going to be called for the carry. So turnover Fort Morgan. It will be Evelyn Mellis. And she gets it into Zekman. Up top now to Rhodes. Back on the near side to Madison Ackerman, and she drills the 3. Oh, I said it was only a 2?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Sorry about that. So Ackerman with a 2. Mustangs working it, get it to Longoria Vega. Her shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Adams. As Mellis brings it down now on the near side to Rhodes. She's going to drive it in, and it's going to be off of Rhodes and out of bounds. So turnover number 6 by Niwot. Mustangs down 4, 8-4 with 1:06 to go here, first period. As Shailene Ramirez comes in for Abby Arroyo. Baseball pass down to Shailene. Shailene on the layup. See if she can make it here. Nice job there by the Mustangs to break that press. Shailene Ramirez with a bucket. Mustangs go. Another interception there by the Mustangs. Longoria Vega layup is going to be up and good. Mustangs tie it up. 40 seconds to go here in the first period. All tied at 8. On the far side to Ackerman. Now back up top to Mellis. Mellis drives it in. Shot from the left side is going to be up and no good by Zekman. Rebounded by Daniels. Now the Mustangs working around back to Daniels. Ramirez out on the high right wing. Now 3 seconds is going to be called. Bella Phillips camping out there in the lane. Alleman comes in. Ramirez will come out. Bella Phillips will come out. Abby Arroyo back into the game. 20 seconds to go, all tied up here at 8. So a nice job here by the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs here against the Niwot Cougars. Almost stolen. Nellis back out to Zeckman over on the far side to Ackerman as they working around here. 4 seconds to go. That shot is going to be partially blocked. Nice job here by the Lady Mustangs, and a block there at the end by Yadiria Longoria Vegas. So we will go to period number 2 with it all tied up at 8 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back here at Stan Lampe Gymnasium in Fort Morgan, all tied at 8. I think I might have said 6 when we went to the break. I'm not sure, but it is tied up at 8.
Yes, it is.
As the Cougars in possession. On the near side to Ackerman. Still a 2-3 zone defense. It's supposed to be a 2-3. It looks like some of them are playing at 2-3, and Alleman is like a box and one as she is all over Pacheco. That is Slupik out on the high left wing. Nellis into the lane. Nice job there by Arroyo. Pacheco now is going to drive it down. She's going to kick it off into the corner, and that 3 is going to be up and good. They call his basket is good. So we had a foul away from the play. If that's Pacheco, that is her 3rd. And I did not catch who shot that, but I believe that was Ackerman with the 3. So now a full court press by Niwot. Get it into Del Campo in the corner up to Alleman. Alleman is going to be called for the travel. She's got to figure out what she's going to do before she comes to a halt. Turnover number 8. Nellis over on the far side now to Ackerman. Ackerman on that right wing, going to drive the baseline. Pull-up shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded Bella Phillips. Nice job by Bella Phillips tonight. Alleman now back to Arroyo. Arroyo on the high right wing. Back to Alleman, back to Arroyo. Arroyo is going to drive the lane. Ball is going to be tipped away from her and taken away by Ackerman. Or Malice, excuse me, now underneath, and that is going to be Slupik. Her shot is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Del Campo. 11 to 8, 6:30 to go, second period. Cougars with the lead. Mustangs working around 2-3 zone. That shot is going to be up and no good, but Bella Phillips there.
Great.
Bella Phillips to clean it up. Brings the Mustangs to within 1, 11 to 10. And Rose Pacheco being guarded by Alleman. Slupik at the right wing. Up shot is going to be up and no good. The ball is going to be tipped clear out to Mellis. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Chloe Mitchell. And now a jump ball is going to be called. So that'll be a turnover. Niwot, as the Mustangs will have possession. Niwot's going to back off on the full court press. Ordaz walks it up into the front court, down 1, 11 to 10, 5:40 to go here in the second period of play. Underneath, and that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Mellis, and the Mustangs will retain possession. As Arroyo will trigger it in for the Mustangs. You get it into Ramirez, back to Arroyo. Arroyo dribbles it in, and ball's going to be taken away from Abby Arroyo. Nellis is going to drive it all the way down. Her layup is going to be up and good. You've got to stop her along the way someplace, girls. Can't just let her have a free path to the basket. 13 to 10, 5:15 to go here in the second period. And through the hands of Abby Arroyo. The turnover number 11. That's one that Arroyo should have hung on to. As Pacheco gets the offense set up here for the Cougars. 5 minutes to go in the first half. 13 to 10 Cougars. Going to kick it off to Mellis. And that shot is going to be up and hits the backboard. Rebounded on that far side. And finally taken back away again by Mellis. Tiffany Yee going to kick it out to Pacheco out at the point. Pacheco's going to drive it over. And she's going to back it out now out at the point. Being guarded by Vega. Back to Pacheco. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ordaz. And then a foul is going to be called on Pacheco. I have that as 4. You only have 3. Okay, we'll leave it at 3 then.
I believe that last foul was on Mitchell. Before that.
Okay, that'll be her second then.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. On the near side to Ordaz, into the corner to Arroyo. Bounce pass to Phillips. Oh, give it to her. She was there. All you had to do was a little bounce pass to Ordaz. She was open going to the basket, but it was knocked out of Bella Phillips, handed out of bounds, so Arroyo would have triggered in for the Mustangs. Right baseline of their basket. Got to get it in, girls. Got to get it in. There we go, into Longoria Vegas. Ordaz little jumper up and no good. Going to be tipped around and finally taken away by Tiffany Yee. And she brings it up to set up the offense. On the near side to Zekman. Zekman's going to lay it up and no good. Rebounded to Slupik. Zekman's shot is going to be no good, but she was fouled on the arm on the shot. And we'll see who that is going to go on. And that will be Longoria Vegas with the foul. So Zekman to go to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and no good. Del Campo back in for Arroyo. .352 to go here in this first half of play. It is still 13-10. Rebounded by Del Campo. She gets it off to Bella Phillips. Phillips with the travel. And 12 turnovers now on the Mustangs and 8 for the Cougars. He on the near side to Mellis. Mellis back into the middle, back to Mellis. Mellis is going to drive it all the way down. Look like she traveled, nothing called. 3 is going to be up by Yee, no good. Going to be rebounded by Mellis. That shot up and no good. Ball is going to be tipped around and off at Fort Morgan and out of bounds. So the Cougars will retain possession with 3:26 to go here, second period. As Mellis gets it in to Yee. Yee behind the three-point line. Shot is going to be up and good. Tiffany Yee, with her first bucket of the game, comes from behind the arc, 16-10. Mustangs need a bucket here to keep it somewhat close. And that ball is going to be tipped away and taken away. Tiffany Yee all the way down. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ordaz. Nice job there by Ivana Ordaz. Underneath, that shot up and good. Nice job by Ramirez. Shea Ramirez with a bucket. So nice fast break there by the Lady Mustangs as Brett Anderson will call a timeout here with 2:53 to go. Second period, they're down 4, 16-12. Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agriculture. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030.
I'm really impressed with the Mustangs tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, they're looking.
They're keeping their turnovers somewhat down. Really getting in for those the rebounds and doing a nice job on seeing some nice skills going out there tonight.
Yeah, it looks like a big improvement from what we've seen in the past. So right now I have them at 13. You know, if they don't, maybe a couple more. If they have 15, that would be 30 for the game, which is a considerable improvement.
Yeah.
So Yee on the far side to Mellis. Into the lane, Zekman's shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Yee. Yee on the high right wing, back to Mellis. Mellis takes it, drives it in, gives it up top to Adams. Back to Mellis. Ball is going to be tipped, taken away by the Mustangs. Longoria Vegas dishes it off to Del Campo, but Del Campo loses it out of bounds. So Arroyo looks like she will check in for Alleman. Mustangs will pick up full court pressure once again. 2:23 to go in the second period, 16-12. Layup is going to be up and no good by Slupik. Mustangs knocking out of bounds. Cougars will retain possession. It will be Malice to inbounds, left baseline of the Cougar basket. As they look, they do get it in. Nice pivot there by Adams as she gets the bucket. And the foul will go on Morelli Del Campo. So Haiti Adams with a bucket and then a shot here to make it 3, and that is no good. She was
on the line.
On the line, I guess. So free throw no good, 18-12. Full court pressure by the Cougars. Get it in to Del Campo. Del Campo guarded by Yee. Gives it off to Ordaz. Bounce pass. Go get it, girl. There you go. Picks up her dribble. Now back to Ordaz. Ordaz picks up her dribble. Hit in the face. Nothing called. And now a nice job there by Abby Arroyo to go down for the tie-up. It will be possession to the Cougars. So turnover by the Mustangs. And G with it now. Under 2 minutes to go here, first half of play. Over on the far side and through the hands of Rhodes. Mustangs come away with the ball. Ordaz on the high left wing, back to Del Campo on the left wing. Del Campo is going to drive it, and she was fouled on the drive. And that will go on Haiti Adams. Have that for her first, so the Mustangs will inbounds far side. 18-12, a minute 39 to go here in this first half. Ordaz out front to Arroyo. Arroyo passes it to Del Campo, now to Bella Phillips. Back to Ordaz. Arroyo's going to drive it in back to Del Campo, but she was fouled on the drive. And that foul will go on Tiffany Yee. But that is a 7th team foul, so Abby Arroyo will go to the line to shoot 2. Or excuse me, a 1-and-1. Hopefully she'll get to shoot 2.
That's what we hope. Bring it up closer.
Minute 26 to go, second period. 18-12 Cougars. Free throw is up and no good. Going to be rebounded though by Vegas. Her shot is up and good.
There we go. That's good.
Well, it should be good. And then the free throw. Yep. Good job there by Longoria Vegas. So she will go to the line to shoot the and 1. Down by 4. Nothing good. Alleman into the game for Arroyo. 18-15. They've cut it. I think this was a 6-point lead. It was 16-10 at one point. Now it's 18-15. Into the hands of Slupik. Now Malice on the far side. Brings it up into the front court. Over on the far side to Yee. Her little runner's up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ordaz. Oh, nice job by Ordaz to keep it. She got the rebound and then kept it. Back to Ordaz from Longoria Vegas. Now to Alleman on the high left wing. 18-15. Into the corner now to Longoria Vegas. Now Alleman on the far side. Ordaz in and out with the 3. Rebounded by Slupik. Slupik to Tiffany Yee. 45 seconds to go here first half. 18-15 Cougars. Mellis to Yee. Now to Adams. And that 3 from the far side is going to be no good, but Slupik right there on the backside got the rebound and the bucket. Oh, Del Campo, you got to watch the ball all the way into your hands, girls. That was a turnover by the Mustangs. Del Campo did not watch it in. Kind of like football. You got to watch those passes right in. You can't be looking where you think you're going to be passing it next or looking at the basket. You got to watch that ball all the way in.
Exactly.
On the far side of Rhodes, back to Yee as they work the perimeter here on the far side. Down to 10 seconds. Mustangs with the steal.
Let's go, girls.
Alleman's going to pick it up. Now she's going to give it off to Del Campo. The ball's going to be tipped away and taken away. But overall, a very good first half for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs as we will go to halftime, and they are down 5, 20-15 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle back here at Fort Morgan High School. Alec Creighton running the boards for us tonight back at the studio. As halftime is winding down here. 20 seconds left to go, but a nice job by the Lady Mustangs. They were outscored 12-7 in that second period. It was 8-8 after one. So it looks like the Mustangs will have possession to start off the start of the second half. And it will be Shailene Ramirez, Ivana Ordaz, Morelli Del Campo, Bella Phillips, and Yadira Longoria Vegas on the far side with the ball underneath to Phillips, but her pass is going to be intercepted and taken away by Niwot. Rose Pacheco underneath to Yee. Was off of the Mustangs, I guess. It looked like it.
Looked like it was off of Niwot.
It looked like it, but they get possession as they will keep possession as it will be Mellis to inbound right baseline of their basket, and they get it into Pacheco out high, being guarded by Del Campo, excuse me. Ball is going to be, they're going to say that's off of Fort Morgan also. So now Mellis to inbounds left baseline of the Cougar basket. As they look, and they get it in underneath to Tiffany Yee. She's going to back it out to the top to Slupik. Slupik thought about the three. Over now to Pacheco out on the high right wing. Pacheco's going to pull up, and it's going to be a three to start off this third period. So Pacheco, that's her first bucket of the game. Over on the far side to Del Campo. Pass is going to be intercepted once again. Slupik all the way down that left side, and then she is going to be fouled, I believe, by Del Campo. Had a little collision on that far side, and that will be on Del Campo. That will be her second. Mellis to inbounds and gets it into. Ball is going to be tipped away momentarily, but taken by Pacheco. A little jumper from the lane is going to be up and good by Rose Pacheco. 10-point lead all of a sudden here by Niwot. Into the corner to Del Campo, left corner here, back up top. Oh, and that's going to be a travel on Shailene Ramirez. Wanted to pass it one way, and it was blocked, and she ended up taking a step. Now Pacheco down that left side all the way into the lane, going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Bella Phillips. Nice strong rebound by Phillips. The Mustangs need a basket here to keep this thing, stop the 5-0 run. Now the three is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco. 25-15, 6:15 to go here, third period. Pacheco on the left side, going to drive it down. Now she's going to kick it off to Yee on the far side. That is a three if it's good, and it is good for Tiffany Yee. 6 points on the night for Tiffany Yee, a 13-point lead here. And now a timeout is going to be taken here by head coach Brett Anderson of the Mustangs, as this thing is ballooned here from a 5-point deficit now to a 13-point deficit. Rudy's Tires, 9 is the magic number. 9 locations across northeast Colorado and Nebraska means there's always a location close by. Visit rudystires.com for more. So Fort Morgan will wrap things up coming up on Thursday night as the Skyline Falcons will be coming into Fort Morgan. That is a 5:30 and 7 o'clock tip here, right here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John will have that game on Thursday, or those games, excuse me, on Thursday night. And that will wrap up the season for the girls and the boys.
I think the girls got some good experience this year, though.
Yep. Yeah, as long as they, they got to stick with the program and continue to come back next year and maybe get a little help from the younger kids coming up from the 8th grade. So it will be Ivana Ordaz to throw it in on the far side to Shailene Ramirez. Back to Ordaz on the high right wing to Vegas. Back to Shailene. And we drive it in back to Ordaz. Ordaz out at the point. Ramirez for the 3, up and nothing but air.
Looked like Phillips was kind of open right there, but
yeah. So Mustangs will retain possession. Niwot knocked it out of bounds. To Ordaz to inbounds. They get it into Del Campo. Del Campo keeps that dribble alive. Oh, it's going to be off of the hands of Ordaz into the backcourt. Turnover, Lady Mustangs. 4 turnovers here in this second half already. None for the Cougars. But the Mustangs are down 13, 28-15. Have yet to score here in this third period. Rose Pacheco thought about it, and then she was going to hand it off to Coy Mitchell. Coy Mitchell broke for the basket, so that ball is going to be out of bounds. Turnover, Niwot. Del Campo to come out. Rachel Daniels to come in for the Lady Mustangs. 5:18 to go here, third period. Shailene Ramirez now to Ordaz to Rachel Daniels. Shailene's going to drive it down. That was a wild shot out of control, taken away by Mellis. Mellis is going to drive it all the way down the left side. Looks like a good call there. And nice job there by Ivana Ordaz to take the charge. And that will go on Evelyn Mellis. I believe that will just be her first. So turnover number 2 here in the third period. Rachel Daniel on the left side now to Ordaz. Ramirez out at the point. Going to kick it out to Vegas. Back to Ordaz. Gets away from her, but gets it off to Daniels. Now to Bella Phillips on the baseline, left baseline. Longoria Vegas, she just needs to turn and shoot. That shot is going to be up and good. A 3-pointer there by Ivana Ordaz. Her first basket of the game comes from behind the arc, cuts it to a 10-point lead. Pacheco with a 3, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Slupik. Slupik back to Yee. Yee's going to drive it in now underneath. And that shot is going to be up and no good by Mellis. Gets her own rebound, and then a foul is going to be called on the Lady Mustangs. Let's see who that's going to go on here with 4:06 to go. And that will be on Bella Phillips. That will be her second. Arroyo comes in along with Alleman. Shailene Ramirez and Longoria Vegas comes out. They get it into Slupik. Slupik's shot is going to be up and no good. Tipped around and finally taken away by Pacheco. She's going to kick it off up top to Yee on the near side now to Ackerman. And underneath, Slupik goes up. Her shot is no good. She's down, maybe rolled an ankle there. And a foul on the Lady Mustangs. And that will be on Ivana Ordaz. Will be her second. As they're going to take a moment here to let Slupik She's limping a little bit. We'll see if they give her a minute to. I didn't see if they called a timeout. Maybe it's just an injury timeout.
Slupik, how many points does she have in the night?
Who's that, Slupik?
Yeah.
Oh, Slupik on the night is just sitting at 2 points. But she gets it. This is Mellis that's going to go to the line to shoot. So she's shooting for. That ball bounces around and is no good. The Mellis came in for Slupik. 28-18, 3:52 to go, third period. Free throw is up and good for Evelyn Mellis. She was 1 of 2, 3 points on the night. So Fort Morgan to inbounds here. Going to have some pressure here by the Cougars. They get it in to Ordaz, back to Alleman, being guarded by Yee. Into the front court, going to set up their offense. Holloman picks up her dribble now to Arroyo. That ball is going to be kicked away by Pacheco. So turnover here, Mustangs. That shot is going to be up and no good, but the foul is going to be called, I believe, on Abby Arroyo. And it will be. That will be her first, but that will send Rose Pacheco to the line to shoot 2. 5 points on the night by Pacheco. And that's all here in this third period. 3:34 to go here in the third period. 29-18, 30-18. That free throw is nothing but net. So Shailene Ramirez comes back in, as does Del Campo, and they will come in for Abby Arroyo and Ordaz. And that free throw also up and good into the hands of Rachel Daniels. Picks up her dribble. Now she's going to be called for the travel. So turnover number 23. 6 here in the third period as the Niwot Cougars will inbounds near side as they get it into Mellis. Mellis going to drive it into the lane, kicks it off underneath, and that is going to be a foul called underneath on the Lady Mustangs. See who that's going to be on. And that will be on Shailene Ramirez. That will be her first. Team 5th. Who is that shooting? I can't. Her hair's in the way of it. Free throw is up and no good. That is going to be Heidi Adams, number 2. First free throw is no good. 31-18 Cougars, 3:25 to go here, third period. Benz shoots up and good. 3 points on the night for Adams. Full court pressure here once again by the Cougars. Alleman down court, and it's going to be taken by the Cougars down court. And taken away by the Mustangs. Got Campo now to Alleman on the near side to Daniels. Head fake into the lane. Daniels with a shot, going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Phillips. Nice job there by Phillips. Gets the rebound, goes up, and then she is fouled. And that will be Mellis, I believe, with her second foul. So Bella Phillips will go to the line to shoot 2. 3:03 to go, 32-18 Cougars. Free throw up and good. Nice looking shot there by Bella Phillips. So Chloe Mitchell into the game for Mellis. (32-19), 3:03 to go. Next free throw up and good by Bella Phillips. 4 points on the night by Phillips. Arroyo, Ordaz, comes in for Bella Phillips. Looks like they're going to put a little bit of pressure on the inbounds. That's Pacheco being guarded by Alleman. I think they call this a box and one. That's steal by Del Campo. Del Campo's going to drive it all the way down. Now she's going to back it out. Shailene Ramirez is going to drive it in. Now bounces it off to Ordaz. Ordaz for the three. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco. And then a foul by the Mustangs. And they're going to call that on Ordaz. That will be her third. Cougars inbounds just short of midcourt to get it into Pacheco. Pacheco into the front court being guarded by Alleman. It's a box and one. They're putting some pressure on Pacheco. Keep her a little bit under control. Now to Pacheco as she's going to drive it around, going to hand it off on the near side to Adams. Tiffany Yee's going to drive it down the right side. Layup is going to be up and good. High off the backboard. But Tiffany Yee with the bucket, 14-point lead, 34-20. Shailene Ramirez all the way down, and she is going to be fouled on the shot. It wasn't a shot, it was going to be a pass. And that will be on Slupik. So Slupik, that's just her first. So the Mustangs to inbounds, left baseline of their basket. It will be Ivana Ordaz to inbounds. They have two on Slupik. Okay. Shailene Ramirez, three is up and short. Gets a rebound is going to be to Vegas, and her shot is no good. Tipped out of bounds by the Cougars. Minute 57 to go here, third period, 34-20 Cougars. As Ordaz, come on, there you go, gets it into Vegas. Her shot is going to be up and no good, but she was pushed in the back, I believe, by Tiffany Yee. That would be two on Yee. So Longoria Vegas to shoot two. Free throws off the back rim and no good. Be Mellis back in for Yee. For the Cougars. Bounces a couple times. She's already stepped on the line. Now that's going to be an infraction. She will not even get to shoot the free throw. So Mellis to inbounds now for the Cougars. Ramirez comes out. Bella Phillips back in. Zeckman with a shot is going to be up and good. Ella Zeckman with her first bucket of the night. 16-point lead now, 36-20 off to Ordaz. Back to Alleman on her on the left side. As the Mustangs working around, Alleman thought about shooting, and then she's going to pass it off to Vegas. Now to Ordaz to Del Campo on the far side. She's going to drive it down, and now a foul is going to be called on Cougars, and that will be on Chloe Mitchell. It will be her second. I had her for two already, but Mustangs inbounds. The ball is going to be taken away on the inbounds. So Slupik, that's Mellis, excuse me. She's going to hand it off to Rhodes, who is in. Shot is going to be blocked. Nice block there by Ordaz. And Zeckman went up for it. Ordaz with the block. Minute to go here, third period. Alleman off to Vegas on the high right wing. Back to Alleman. Alleman underneath to Bella Phillips. Phillips' shot is going to be, looked like a clean block. Must have got her with the body. But that will be Molly Slupik. I believe that will be her third. And that will send Bella Phillips to the line to shoot two. Or she was 2 of 2 just a couple of minutes ago. 55.3 seconds to go here, third period. Free throw is up and good. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 5 points on the night for Bella Phillips. He will be Adams into the game for Slupik. 36-21, 55.3 seconds to go, third period. Cougars with the lead. Bella Phillips bends, shoots up and off the back of the rim, no good, but rebounded by Alleman. Nice job there by Alleman to get the rebound. Alleman gets it back down to Phillips underneath. Phillips, little turnaround shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Alleman. Her shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Mellis. And let's see, they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Bella Phillips on the reach. So Bella Phillips, I believe that will be her third. 7-team foul, so that will send Mellis to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 36-21, 40.4 seconds to go. Third period. Free throw up and no good. Rebounded by Phillips. Nice strong rebound there by Bella Phillips. Into the hands of Longoria Vegas. Back down to Ordaz. Ordaz to Vegas on the far side. 25 seconds to go here, third period. The ball is going to be thrown away. Tried to get it underneath, but taken away by Mellis. Shot from the baseline is going to be up and good by Zeckman. Her second bucket of the night here in the third period. 38-21, now to Alleman. Her pass, her pass goes awry, and then a foul is going to be called on the Lady Mustangs. And that foul will be on Ivana Ordaz. That will be her fourth. 2.6 seconds to go, third period. 38-21 Cougars. And still just a 1-and-1, and that is going to be Mellis to the line. Or she missed a 1-and-1 just a minute ago. Free throw is in. Had to think about it there for a minute. Had to bounce around and catch all of the rim. Finally fell. So 39-21. And she will shoot free throw number 2. Up and good for Evelyn Mellis. Long shot, up and no good. But the Mustangs are down 19 as we head to period number 4 here. 40-21 on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle back here at Fort Morgan High School as the Lady Mustangs were outscored in that quarter by a count of 20-6. Cougars with a 19-point lead, 40-21. Ten turnovers in that third period by the Lady Mustangs with a total of 27. Shot is going to be up and no good by Chloe Mitchell. Rebounded to Ordaz. Ordaz gets it back from Vegas down the far side. Del Campo shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Vegas. Her shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Adams as she gets it into the hands of Pacheco. Pacheco now on the far side to Mellis. Mellis is going to drive it. Little shot from the left elbow is going to be up and good for Evelyn Mellis. 7 points on the night for Mellis. Alleman underneath to Bella Phillips. Bella Phillips passes out to Del Campo. Campo picks up her dribble now to Longoria Vegas. Now to Alleman as the Mustangs work the perimeter. Down 42-21 with just under 7 minutes to go here in the game. Looking to try to get it to Phillips or not. I'm not sure what they're working, just working the ball around here a little bit. Bella Phillips underneath shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco and then taken away by the Mustangs. Alleman underneath to Phillips. Then a three from the corner is going to be up and no good by Del Campo. But the cleanup on the far side is going to be good by Longoria Vegas. 7 points on the night by Vegas. But a 30-second timeout is going to be taken here by head coach Brett Anderson of the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 42-23, 6:25 to go here in the contest. Northeastern, whether you're a traditional or non-traditional student looking for an associate's degree or a specialized certificate, visit njc.edu. Thoughts, Corey?
You know, Mustangs sitting at like 27 turnovers right now. That third period right there, I think they had what? A good, or they get about 10 turnovers, 10, 11 turnovers that third period.
Yep.
I don't know. I think they just need to slow it down just a little bit, I think. And just focus on the game.
So Niwot with possession. As Pacheco being guarded by Alman. Pacheco all the way down. Shot is going to be up and no good underneath by Chloe Mitchell, but she was fouled on the shot. And that foul will go on Longoria Vegas. That was her second. So to the line will be Chloe Mitchell. First free throw is up and good. And she bounces, and next shot is in and out. And on the end line was the Cougars. That will be a turnover by the Cougars. Well, they had 9. Well, no, they didn't. They only had 5 in that third period on turnovers. The Mustangs on the far side to Vegas. Now up top to Ordaz. Underneath to Bella Phillips. It's going to be tipped away, but fouled from the back will be Edie Adams. That will be 3 on Adams, and that will send Bella Phillips to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Abby Arroyo comes into the game for Ordaz. Mellis will take a seat. Adams will take a seat. Slupik back in, as is Tiffany Yee. 20-point lead, 43-23. Shot rolls around, and Bella Phillips gets the roll. So she will earn free throw number 2. 6 points on the night for Bella Phillips. 6:03 to go here in the fourth period, 43-24. Free throw up and off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded. Oh, looked like it was all ball. They're going to call Ordaz with the foul. So Ordaz, that's 5 on Ordaz, so she is fouled out. Yes, Morelli Del Campo will come in for Ivana Ordaz. Ordaz on the night with 3 points. So to the free throw line will be Chloe Mitchell, and that free throw is up and no good. 10 team fouls on the Mustangs, so it is a 2-shot foul. Even 6 minutes to go here in the contest. 43-24 Cougars. Free throw off the side of the rim and no good, but rebounded by Slupik. Nice job there by Abby Arroyo for the tie-up, and that will be possession to the Lady Mustangs. Nice job there by Abby Arroyo to create the tie-up. As we play under 6 minutes to go here now. Back to Vegas over in the corner to Arroyo. Mustangs dribbling around the outer edges. Now underneath the Del Campo. The ball is going to be tipped away, though, from Phillips. Pacheco all the way down. Her right-handed layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Shea Ramirez. And a one-handed pass to Arroyo. Over on the far side to Ramirez. 3 is in and out. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco. Pacheco hustles it down into the lane. Going to back it out a little bit, being guarded by Arroyo. 5:05 to go, 43-24. Now they're going to switch to a man-to-man defense here. The 5-second cut. Nice job there by Abby Arroyo to create that turnover. .457 to go. 43-24 Cougars. Rachel Daniels will come in for Morelli Del Campo. As the Mustangs inbounds in front of the Cougar bench. Hands it off to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to drive it all the way down. The ball is going to be tipped, and she ends up kicking it out of bounds. So I have 29 turnovers by the Mustangs.
20 for Niwot Cougars.
Okay. Full court pressure here as they get it into Slupik. Slupik has the ball taken and knocked away, but off of Arroyo and out of bounds. So the Cougars will retain possession. It will be Tiffany Yee to inbounds right corner. As Shea Ramirez and Abby Arroyo come out. Del Campo comes in. That three is going to be up and good by Pacheco. They got to get a hand in her face. 10 points on the night for Pacheco. Shot is going to be up and no good by Alleman. Rebounded to Pacheco. Pacheco is going to drive it all the way down. She's going to hand it off to Yee. And then that shot is going to be up and bounces around, and it falls for Ella Zeckman. 48-24, 4 minutes to go here, fourth period. Alleman into the corner. Del Campo with a three. Up and good. Morelli Del Campo with a three. 5 points on the night for Del Campo. 48-27 with 3:55 to go here in this contest. Miller's Landscaping, you put so much time and effort into your show animals, offering a wide selection of livestock, feed, and supplies. Stop by 19645 County Road Q in Fort Morgan.
Something I might be doing this come this spring, Brian. Once all this snow finally melts.
Yeah, go see Miller's for all your lawn needs and everything else that's going to be happening here once this snow finally gets off.
Yep. Mustangs sitting at 29 turnovers right now. Niwot Cougars sitting at 20. Mustangs with 4 rebounds this period, and Niwot sitting with 5.
But a much improvement, though, for the Lady Mustangs with 29, if they can keep it relatively close here.
Yeah, I mean,
not turn it over too many times here in the last 3:55. So
I think they're definitely improving. That's good to see.
So the Mustangs to put on full court pressure here. 3:55 to go, down 48-27. Mellis to inbound. She gets it into Pacheco, being double teamed. Pacheco's going to hustle it down. She's going to get it to Yee down court. And off of Yee and out of bounds. I thought maybe they were going to call a foul on Del Campo, but did not. Into the hands now of Shailene Ramirez. Into the corner to Alleman. Back up top to Rachel Daniels. Daniels with a three. Up and good. Rachel Daniels with a triple. Her first bucket of the game. 48-30, off into the corner to Mellis. Mellis' shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Longoria Vegas. Vegas into the front court. 3:18 to go on the far side. Daniels with another three. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Tiffany Yee. Hands it off to Pacheco to bring it up court. Being guarded by Vegas. Tiffany Yee with a three, in and out. Going to be rebounded, though, by Mellis. She's just a bigger girl than what Fort Morgan has. So 9 points on the night by Mellis. Shailene Ramirez into the lane. The jumper is going to be up and good. Really, it was a layup. A nice job there by Shailene Ramirez. 8 points on the night by Ramirez. Full court pressure again for the Mustangs. Pacheco into the front court, being guarded by Del Campo. Pacheco's going to drive it down to the baseline. Underneath to Slupik, her left-handed shot is up and no good. Going to rebound to Shailene Ramirez. Mustangs down 18 with 2:18 to go here, fourth period, 50-32. On the near side now to Allman, underneath to Del Campo. Her shot is going to be easily blocked by the taller Slupik. Into the hands now of Mellis. Slupik picks it up and could not control it, so turnover Cougars as Slupik just picked it up and carried it out of bounds. So 2:02 to go here, 50-32. As we play here in period number 4. Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow locally from people you know. Equitable has been providing personal bankers to help you through all the steps. Stop by one of 10 locations across the plains or visit equitable-savings.com. So as we said earlier, the basketball season will come to an end this Thursday as the Skyline Falcons will come to town. 5:30 and 7 o'clock tips. John Beltran will have the call on those games, so this will be our last game for the year. I'd like to thank Corey for coming along for the ride this year.
You're welcome. I do feel like the Mustangs, the girls, have improved over this season. Because what was there when they played it before? What was the score when they played that one last time? It was a pretty decent split, wasn't it?
53-23. It was a 30-point margin. Shailene Ramirez picks up her dribble, gives it off now to Alleman. Alleman out at the high left point, and she is going to be fouled as she tries to get it underneath to Bella Phillips. And that foul will go on Peyton Rhodes. That will be her first. So that is Alleman at the line. As she will shoot a 1-and-1. Free throw is up and in and out for Alleman. Into the hands of Yee. 50-32, under a minute 40 to go here. Into the hands now of Pacheco. Pacheco's going to grab it down that left side, kicks it off into the corner. Net shot is going to come up short, going to be rebounded though by the Mustangs. Longoria Vegas stops her dribble, gives it off to Shailene Ramirez out on the left wing, back to Vegas. And she hands it off now in underneath. That pass is going to be tipped in, probably taken away by Tiffany Yee. 30 turnovers, I believe, here by the Mustangs. 3 here in the fourth period. Closing on 1 minute to go here. Hands it off to Tiffany Yee. Under a minute to go now. 50-32. Pacheco, nice job there. She gets it off to Evelyn Mellis for the bucket. 20-point lead here. 52-32. 40 seconds to go here in the contest. Rachel Daniels stops and gives it off to Ramirez. Back to Vegas out on the high right wing. Alleman's going to drive it in. Kicks it out to Shailene Ramirez. Up and good with the 3 from Shailene Ramirez. 52-35 into the hands of Pacheco as she brings it up into the front court. We'll see if they just back it out here. She's going to drive it all the way down. Now Slupik's shot from her side is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Yee. See if she's just going to back it out. No, she's going to take it to the bucket. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Yee. And now Pacheco with a 3 in and out. Going to be rebounded once again by Tiffany Yee. But the contest comes to an end as the Lady Mustangs fall by a score of 52-35. We will be back with the post-game show in 3 minutes on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you've purchased for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water with Advanced Agri Solutions. Call Dusty or Roxy at 970-571-2024. But the Lady Mustangs kept it close, at least for a half. It was 8-8 after the first period, 20-15 Cougars after 2, and then Fort Morgan was outscored 20-6 in that third period, broke it open for the Cougars. They led 40-21 after 3, and then won 52-35 going away here. Scoring for the Niwot Cougars tonight is Rose Pacheco with 10. Let's see what she had. She averages 7.8, so she was above her average. But leading the way for the Cougars was Evelyn Mellis. She had 11. That is followed by Madison Ackerman with 5, Tiffany Yee with 8, and Ella Zeckman with 6, Chloe Mitchell with 4, Haiti Adams with 3, as is Peyton Rhodes, and Molly Slupik with 2 for the Cougars for their 52 points. Leading the way for the Mustangs tonight was Shea Ramirez. She had 11. Longoria Vegas with 7. Bella Phillips with 6. Morelli Del Campo with 5, and 3 apiece for Ivana Ordaz and Rachel Daniels. Rachel Daniels with a triple in that fourth period for her bucket. The Mustangs were 5 of 11 from the free throw line. The Cougars were 50%, 8 of 16 for the game from the free throw line. Corey?
For the Mustangs, we'll start with turnovers. They actually ended up with 30 turnovers tonight, so impressive. You know, it's a lot better than the usual, 40-plus turnovers that they've had in previous games. So I can see some improvement there. So good going Mustangs for that. For the Niwot Cougars, they sat at 22 turnovers for tonight. For rebounds, we're going to first start with the Cougars. They had a total of 28 tonight, and they go as follows. Hattie Adams with 2. Molly Slupik with 5. Chloe Mitchell with 3. Rose Pacheco with 6. Evelyn Mellis with 7. And Tiffany Yee with 5 for a total of 28. For your Fort Morgan Mustangs, they had a total of 30 rebounds tonight, out-rebounding the Niwot Cougars for a total. Marley Del Campo with 4. Vidia Vegas with 6. Kira Alleman with 3. Shea Ramirez with 2. Ivana Ordez with 8. Rachel Daniels with 1. Bella Phillips with 6. So good job, Lady Mustangs. Keep it up. We'll see what they do next season. I mean, they got this one more game, but that John will be doing. But I can see next year. Hopefully they get some good practice going in and come back and see a nice, stronger team next year.
Yep. Hope so. We got, like you said, one game left. So we will take another break and then be back with maybe a little more of the girls' game, and then look forward to the boys' game here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.